Hello, this is Richard at Expedition Tracking. I'm here today in December 2019 to give you an update on some new functionality that we have deployed and are in the process of deploying to the website around the creation of events. We think you'll find this a very useful addition. Let me log into our backend. Actually, we're already logged in here, so we're into our admin panel. Here is our events manager. I'm going to add a new event. I'm going to call this event Exodus 123. And I'm just going to choose today's date as the date range, leave everything else as default. I'll perhaps set the refresh frequency to a minute. And what you would normally do is upload your GPX or KML. What this new form gives you is the ability to upload either in one form. There were previously two separate forms you'd have to access from the top here. But now you can use this single form to upload either GPXs or KMLs, or indeed both of them at the same time. So if I click on Upload Routes, you'll see here I've got two forms, two files. One's a KML file, one is a GPX. If I hold down Shift or Control, I've selected both of those, and both of those will be uploaded to there. So if now I save this event, and let's click on it to view the link we've just created, you'll see here that we've got the Exodus and Rebellion. Those are the two files I've just created, and you can see there all of the checkpoints that are on there, and you'll notice that they are quite similar colours. And what we're going to do now is make some alterations to this. So at the moment, note the names, Exodus 2019, Rebellion, and they're both a blue colour. If I now go into the edit, you'll see that there's this new area called Routes Management, and if you click on this, it will bring up the names of your routes. I'm going to first of all make a change to the names. So I'm going to call Exodus Team 1, and I'll save that one. And we'll call this Team 2. So what that now has done, if I refresh the page, it'll take a minute or two to reflect through to that. So let's come back. It takes about 90 seconds to get through to the live system. And what we're also going to do is change the colours. So let me change Exodus Team 1 to be red, and Rebellion Team 2 to be light yellow, and save that. Okay, now if I go back on here, let's see if it's got time to reach the database yet. Yes, okay, so there we go. Those changes have both been reflected. So Exodus Team 1 is the new name, Rebellion Team 2, and you'll notice the colours here are red and yellow. So you've now got the ability to change the colours whenever you wish, which you might find useful, especially if you name your groups like colours as opposed to numbers. Something else you can do is remove these checkpoints as well. So if I'll go into these, you'll notice there is another little area within your routes management called Manage Checkpoints. So if I go into Manage Checkpoints, it will list all of these in here. At the moment, all you can do in this area is delete them. You can either delete them individually, or you can select multiple and choose this button here to delete all. I'll give you an example of that. So let's say I want to delete checkpoints 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but just leave the start and the finish. If I click Delete All Selected, those are gone. You can see those two remain. If I refresh, you should see all of these disappear, just leaving these two at the end. So I'll just Control F5 that to refresh the page, and indeed there we go. The start's there, the finish is there, all the others have been left behind. You'll probably have noticed that there are some other things you will be able to do. Just note these two have not yet been fully enabled for live on the new system, so you can make a change to them, but they won't reflect on the page. Ultimately, the idea is you will be able to change this to whatever you want it to say, and you'll also be able to change the icon. And you've got 4 to choose from at the moment. You'll be able to choose a start icon, a finish icon, a campsite, or a checkpoint, and then there'll be a new button up here which says Save, and it will make those changes. Right now, as I say, you can't make a change to the name, and you can't change the icon type because it's something we're still deploying, but everything else in terms of deleting the checkpoints is live and available for you to use. So I hope that you've found that very useful, and by all means come back and ask us some questions. Remember, it's the routes management area where you're going to be uploading and editing your new routes. So that's all we've got for you today. We hope that you're enjoying your winter break, for those of you that are on one right now, and we look forward to supplying your tracking for you in 2020. Thank you very much.